There are so many things that are preventative that you can do today. You are not helpless. This is not hopeless. I'm going to talk about the proper ways to wash and sanitize your produce as specified by the FDA as well as recommended by the USDA. If you are new here, my name is Stacy. I make content on homemaking, home organization, and living a life that is as simple as possible. If you love content like that, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, that you give this video a thumbs up, and that you also leave me a comment. Even if there's no reason to think that, you know, your tomatoes or your cucumbers that are coming into your house are saturated with coronavirus, with any kind of E. coli or whatever viruses may be on them, it is still good practice to always wash your fresh produce as you get it into your home. Washing your fresh produce, you don't want to use any kind of harsh chemicals or cleaners because a lot of your fruits and vegetables are actually porous. The produce can actually absorb and therefore it's going to get into your produce. It's not healthy, it's not recommended. I do have some guidelines and some practical methods that I want to share with you guys today. Having clean, disinfected produce in your home is not only best practice to keep your family safe and healthy, it's also very convenient because as soon as it comes into the home, you're able to clean it, and once you put it away in the refrigerator, it's ready for you to either eat or cook with, and it's so much easier to meal prep ahead. I went ahead and I looked up some of the guidelines introduced by the FDA as well as the USDA on how to properly treat our fresh produce and how to clean it. So I made a few different videos as far as like sanitizing and disinfecting. I compared Clorox to bleach disinfectant in this video here, and then I also went ahead and I gave you guys an awesome recipe for an all-natural antiviral Lysol type spray in this video over here. So if you guys want to, I'll have those links in my description box down below. So before you start anything, you want to start by washing your hands for 20 seconds because before you start washing produce, you want to make sure that your hands are clean first of all. Start up by filling up your sink or a bowl or some kind of tub with warm water, and I love to add in some salt in there. I love to add in salt because it draws out a lot of impurities and it also irritates any tiny little mites or bugs that might be in there, and it actually flushes them out. Or you can use a solution kind of like I have here. This is a Trader Joe's fruit and vegetable wash. This is great, it's all natural, and I love it for washing the wax off of apples and pears and other produce that really needs to get a good scrubbing. Totally don't need to go out and buy any kind of like special cleaner or anything like that. Good old vinegar is an amazing solution for this. And if you don't have vinegar, you can always just use some warm water and salt. This stuff is great. The very first category of produce I want to talk about is fresh leafy greens and lettuces. Add in salt into the warm water as well as vinegar, and you're going to immerse your greens in there, and you're just going to let them sit for a good 10 minutes. This also includes herbs as well, and anything like green onions, chives, and I just kind of let that sit there in the salty water. And you can actually see a lot of times after it sits and you take out the produce, there will often be like little tiny bugs that were hiding in there, which is really disgusting. For produce like cabbage and lettuce, you're going to want to remove the outermost layers of the leaves because that's really like the shell of the produce. It's been exposed to a lot of contaminants. And you know, the FDA estimates that nearly 48 million people are sickened every single year because of improperly washed produce that is able to transmit different kinds of bacteria. The produce is harvested, it's passed through many hands, then it gets to the store, and then you are in possession of it. And through the transfer of many different people and processes, there's so many different ways that it can collect bacteria and germs and viruses. Now on to the root vegetables like carrots and potatoes and beets. Because that produce has a tough outer shell and it is a root vegetable, meaning it's down in the ground, oftentimes it's one of the most dirtiest vegetables you can get. So I love to use this handy little brush here. I just bought this brush off of Amazon. You can find one at Target. They sell them many places. So I just take my brush and I rough up the exterior of those root vegetables to get off the dirt and the muck and the grossness. Now moving on to things like mushrooms. I know mushrooms can be a little bit finicky because some people say wash them, other people say do not wash them. I am in the category of wash them. I don't want dirt on my mushrooms at all. So what I like to do is I like to place them into a colander and I give them a really good quick rinse, nothing too hard. I pat them dry dry, I love to put them into like those brown little lunch bags. So those little brown bags are able to keep the mushrooms fresh longer. Now, when it comes to like sturdy vegetables, asparagus, cucumbers, grapes, apples, those are very simple to wash. And for those types of fruits and veggies, I really love this wash because very frequently apples and cucumbers are coated with wax. And this stuff, not only will it get your vegetables clean, it'll actually take the wax off. So what I like to do is, again, I like to fill up a tub or a bowl with warm water. I put in my apples, my cucumbers, my grapes, and I put in a few squirts of this solution in there, and I let it sit for like a good 10 minutes. And you can actually see when you take it out that the wax is starting to come off. Now, when we talk about delicate vegetables and fruits like tomatoes and raspberries and strawberries, produce that bruises very easily, those can also be a little bit tricky to wash because you want to be very gentle. I like to wash the very delicate fruits and vegetables very last so that they don't get crushed by anything else. For produce that you can't wash, like on the inside, that you have to peel, things such as like bananas, I definitely recommend washing those too. I know that it may be a little funny to go ahead and wash your bananas because you're just going to peel it anyways and throw away the peel. But think about it, if you have a banana and it's got germs on it, by the time you touch that peel and get to the actual banana inside, your hands are covered with whatever was on the peel, then they go onto the banana directly and into your mouth, therefore transmission of bacteria. Now, I want to stress not to wash your fruits, veggies, your produce with any kind of bleach. Don't use soap, that's not good for it at all. Your best method here is either a vinegar solution, a salt solution, or some kind of like natural fruit and veggie wash that you bought at the store. This video is in no way to panic anybody or to cause distress. I personally just feel that it is important to have clean, fresh produce in your home, regardless if we're in a pandemic. Germs are everywhere, and regardless if they are COVID germs or just regular, bacteria that's harmless, it's great to have produce in your house that is ready to go. It's clean, you can give it to your kiddos. Now, once all of your produce is washed, you can go ahead and put everything into their own little containers, put it away into the fridge. You know that it's clean, it's good to go to eat, to cook with, and you can feel proud of yourself for accomplishing an awesome task. And I hope that this video gives you the confidence and power that you can have some control over the things that go into your home. You can have some say in how you handle your home as far as germs and bacteria and viruses. There are so many things that are preventative that you can do today. You are not helpless. This is not hopeless. And I encourage you guys to just educate yourselves in the things that you can do today instead of the things that maybe you can't. I wish for all of you to stay healthy and happy and feel empowered in the things that you are able to do today. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys in my next one.